Go ahead, David.
Okay, I'm going to do a couple songs by Sylvia Tyson. Do you know who Sylvia Tyson is, anyone? Do you know who Ian and Sylvia were? Back in the early 60s in Greenwich Village, they came down from Canada, and they were a duo. They were managed by the same manager who had Bob Dylan and Peter, Paul, and Mary, but somehow they got a little overshadowed. But Ian taught Bob Dylan about marijuana. Anyway, much later, in 1972 or so, maybe a little later even than that, they split up the act and the marriage, and Sylvia recorded a solo album that's maybe was known a little bit in Canada, but it's kind of been overlooked here. Anyway, these songs are from that record, which was called Women's World, or Woman's World, and this song is called, I can't think of the title, but it'll come to me. Yesterday's Dreams. Yesterday's dreams, like birds in the winter, have gathered together and flown to the sun. Yesterday's promises, like shells in the ocean, are shattered and broken, like yesterday's dreams. Da 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 da. You were my harbor, my dream of tomorrow, my promise of sunlight, my shield from the storm, my valiant companion. We'll journey together and not be defeated by yesterday's dreams. Da 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 dee da dee. Yesterday's dreams, like birds in the winter, have gathered together and flown to the sun. Yesterday's promises, like shells in the ocean, are shattered and broken, like yesterday's dreams. I find it's not so hard to be without you as it is to be with you when you're down. But I do not mind. The price of loving you as much as the leaving you behind. I am here for today. If you want me, tomorrow will decide what is to change. I am here for today or forever. Patience, it's a solitary game. Patience, it's a solitary game.
Yay!
And that song was called Patience is a Solitary Game.
There it is.
If you didn't know, patience is a sort of British term for solitaire. So it's kind of a, not exactly a pun, but kind of a wordplay. I was going to sing, since he sort of invited it, another Tyson song, but this would be by Ian Tyson. But let's wait till the end and see if there's time then.
Did you sing 2 songs?
Yeah, the second one was Patience. It's a pretty short song.
Did you just weave it in without stopping? Because I don't.
Oh,
remember.
you did.
I kind of paused at the end a little bit.
Oh, so I was clapping at the right time. Okay.
All right. Big round of applause for David Lenander. Ah, yay! Sneaky put in 2 songs without applause, so we couldn't clap for him another time. All right, and now your stupid joke before we bring up Nick to do our next round of performance. This Jewish guy, his son goes to Israel and for a few months to spend time in Israel. And when he comes back home, he tells his dad, "Dad, I've got something to tell you. I've become a Christian." Well, the Jewish guy is a little hurt by this. He goes and he complains to his rabbi. He's like, "Rabbi, what is this? How come my son goes to Israel? He comes back home, he's a Christian. I sent him there to become more Jewish, not less Jewish." And the rabbi goes, I know. Did you know I sent my son to Israel? And he came back months later as a Christian. It blew my mind. I was completely dumbfounded. Well, the 2 men decide that there's obviously something going on. So they get on a plane, they fly to Jerusalem, they go to the Wailing Wall, and they're praying to God, God, why did we send our sons here and they come back Christian? And God looks down from above and he goes, well, funny you should mention that. So did my son. So did my son. And next up on our stage, put your hands together for Nick Adams.